Hello guys, welcome back, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the leadership and networking essays of the Chevening Scholarship Application. Um, right, talking about the leadership essay, the first thing to bear in mind is who is a leader to you? What does a leader mean to you? And what qualities do you expect of a leader? So when someone says they are a leader or he or she is a leader, what are the things that you expect of the person? Those are the things you should bear in mind, and in my opinion, I think that should form your introductory statements or paragraph in your leadership essay. Now, it shouldn't be something long, it could just even be two sentences. The first sentence saying, when I think of a leader, these are the things I expect, and then the second one talking about the specific qualities now, and something like that. It doesn't have to be something very long, but again, put in mind that whatever qualities you mention have to reflect in your own examples that you want to give. And what I recommend is, like I said in the first video, for those of you who might have watched it, you should have 2 to 3 examples per essay. Now, for this particular leadership essay, I think you should have very strong 2, maximum of 3 examples, and you should put each example in a paragraph, which means you should be aiming at having 4 to 5 paragraphs, depending on the number of examples rather, that you have for your leadership essay. So now, after talking about who you think a leader is and what qualities you expect of a leader, then you should carefully curate those highlighted qualities to your own example, and remember to be straight to the point and don't give too much details about whatever essay or example you are giving, but follow a pattern. There's a recommended pattern to follow, which is to follow the STAR approach. One is the S is situation, T is task, A is action, and then R is results, which means, some other people would call it CAR approach. CAR, the C being context, A action, and then R results. So the S and the T, which is the C in the CAR approach, you are looking for or highlighting a particular situation, a particular context. You are just trying to set a context to what happened maybe in the past, in your present, or in the past or in your present, depending on what you currently do and what you've done in the past. So you are trying to look for what situation presented itself to help you, exhibit your leadership quality, which you might have mentioned in the first paragraph or the opening paragraph. And then what did you do, which is the task now. There's a situation, this and this happened, or I noticed that there was something lacking in the particular situation, or I noticed that because there was this thing was not in place, there was this gap, whatever the situation is, and then this was what I thought could be done to remedy the situation, depending on what the kind of situation was, and then this is what I did, which is the action. And in the places where you work with a team to solve a particular problem, mention it, but again, always remember that the focus of all the essays is you. The primary focus should be you. So wherever you are mentioning that you worked with so people, mention what you specifically did. So it's not just you mentioning that as a team we did this. No, what did you do within the team? It's good to show that yes, you worked with the team, but again, what was your own responsibility within the team to remedy the situation or to solve the problem? And then what was the result? It's always very good to show results. So you are able to say, this was the situation, this was what you thought should be done, this was what you did. Maybe you are even the one that initiated forming a team to solve the problem, or you called people together to try and find a solution, and this was what the team did. This was your own responsibility within the team, and then this was the end result. And when you are talking about your results, always try and make your results measurable, so that you can say maybe you are able to help so number of students. Maybe you are talking of a result or a situation from your school days, or maybe when you served NYSC for Nigerians, or for non-Nigerians, anything that you did within, to solve problem for a large group of people. It could even be within your family. So many of us think of leadership as I have to be the head of this or the head of that. It could be a situation within the family, that you've tried to find a solution to. It doesn't have to always be something formal. Yes, if you see something formal, it's good, it can add to your points, but again, it all boils down to how you are able to tell the story. So storytelling is very very important, and then you show the result. This was what was the the result of the action in measurable terms. Also, I want to say that you should try and have 4 to 5 paragraphs, as I said earlier. The first paragraph talking about that introduction, who you think a leader is, and then the next 2 or 3 paragraphs highlighting each of your examples. So you should aim at 2 to 3 examples, with each example in a separate paragraph, and then you would have a concluding statement in another paragraph, which will then summarize what you've spoken about and how those leadership skills or qualities have helped you in the past, and how you hope to further use them in the nearest future. Now, on the second essay, which is on networking. So if you recall from my first video, I said I should try and find a theme that you would use throughout your essays, your 4 essays, which should be similar, so that you can ensure that there's a flow in your essay, which is the art of storytelling anyway. So for networking, what you are trying to do there is, because there's a prompt, Chevening is asking for I'm trying to look at the prompts, because it's always good to have the prompts, the essay prompts, before you highlight the keywords in the essay prompt, and then you are able to tick the marks and be sure that yes, you've addressed all the points that they want you to address. Now, they are looking for individuals with strong professional relationship building skills who will engage with the Chevening Scholar community and influence and lead others in their profession. Explain how you build and maintain relationships in a professional capacity. That's very important to bear in mind. Using clear examples, of course, of how you currently do this, and outline how you hope to use these skills in the future. So you can see from that prompt what they are looking for. Do you have strong professional relationship building? How do you currently, build relationships, and how do you hope to use those skills in the future? So what you are highlighting there again is, what have you done in the past that show that yes, you are someone that is able to connect with people. You are able to help people find solutions to their problems, because again, you need to understand that networking and interacting with people is not just you that will benefit from it. It has to be a two-way thing. How are you using your network to benefit other people, and how are you also deriving benefits from other people, from your network? Because you don't want to say that you are not benefiting from your network. It has to be a two-way thing. So if you have examples of how you've used your network to solve a problem, for instance, it could be something that you had a network while you are in school, in the university. You were able to get someone to sponsor a program. You were able to get someone to speak on a particular topic that benefited other students. I had a particular example with regards to that, organizing a conference, and then we're able to bring someone who spoke to people, and eventually people got idea of what they wanted to do with their future, with their career, from the network that I brought. And I just made the network within less than a year before I was able to use that network to benefit other people. So you have to also bear in mind that star approach that I mentioned earlier, or car approach. Now there is a context. What did you do? How did you build the network? And then how did you use the network to benefit other people, right? And then what are the benefits you're also getting from the network? Those are the things that you want to highlight in your networking essay. And then lastly, from the essay prompt, remember they said how you hope to use this network or these skills in the future, because Chevening is a big network, and when you are part of the Chevening community, you actually belong to a very large network. So you have to be able to demonstrate that yes, you've been able to use your network before to benefit other people, and this is what you also hope to do within the Chevening space or network to also further benefit your society and benefit other people around you. So I hope these things would help you to further develop your leadership and networking essays. So thank you very much, guys. I'm going to do a last video that would talk about the study in the UK essay and the career plan essay. See you then.